Nay đông nhấp trai dày.
Nay đông nhấp trai dày.
Hello everyone, welcome to HBONGNEWS channel. So my name is Tinna and I'm from Central Highland of Vietnam. And my English is not really good, but I'll try my best to let you all understand what I'm saying. So let us get started. The promise of a son that God made a promise to Abraham. Abraham was an old man with no children when God promised that he would have a great family. God even changed Abraham's name to Abraham, which means the father of many. God makes all things new. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born. It was a miracle. Then God asked Abraham to do a strange thing. He told Abraham to offer Isaac as a sacrifice. This would mean killing his only son. If Isaac died, how would God's promise be kept? Even in his sadness, Abraham obeyed God, and at the last moment, God saved Isaac's life. This was a sign of God's plan to sacrifice His only Son to save us from sin and death. Someday, God's Son Jesus Christ would come from Abraham's family. So God promised to Abraham. The Lord had said to Abraham, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's family. Go to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation, and I bless you. I will make your name great. You will be blessing to others. I will bless those who bless you. I will put a curse on anyone who puts a curse on you. All nations on earth will be blessed because of you." So Abraham went, just as the Lord had told him. Lot went with him. Abraham was 75 years old when he left Haran. He took his wife Sarai and his nephew Lot. They took all people and possessions they had acquired in Haran. They started out for the land of Canaan, and they arrived there. A son for Abram. Some time later, Abram had a vision. The Lord said to him, "Abram, do not be afraid. I am like a shield to you. I am your very great reward." But Abram said, "Lord the king, what can you give me? I still don't have any children. My servant Eliezer comes from Damascus. When I die, he will get everything I own." Abraham continued, "You haven't given me any children, so this servant of mine will get everything I own." Then a message from the Lord to Abraham. The Lord said, "When you die, what you have will not go to this man. You have a son of your own. He will get everything you have." The Lord took Abraham outside and said, "Look up at the sky. Count the stars if you can." Then he said to him, "That's how many children will be born into your family." Abraham believes the Lord. The Lord has pleased with Abraham because he believed. So Abraham's faith made him right with the Lord. Isaac, the promised son. God also said to Abram, "Do not continue to call your wife by the name Sarai. Her name will be Sarah. I will give her my blessing. You can be sure that I will give you a son by her. I will bless her so that she will be the mother of nations. Kings of nations will come from her." Abraham fell with his face to the ground. He laughed and said to himself, "Can a 100-year-old man have a son? Can Sarah have a child at the age of 90? Abraham said to God, "I really wish Ishmael would receive your blessing." Then God said, "Yes, I will bless Ishmael, but your wife Sarah will have a son by you, and you will name him Isaac. I will establish my covenant with him. That covenant will last forever. It will be for Isaac and his family after him." So Isaac is born. The Lord was gracious to Sarah. Just as he had said he would be, the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised to do. Sarah became pregnant. She had a son by Abraham. When he was old, the child was born at the exact time God had promised. Abraham gave the name Isaac to the son Sarah had by him. When his son Isaac was 8 days old, Abraham circumcised himself. He did it exactly as God had commanded him. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Sarah said, "God has given laughter to me. Everyone who hears about this will laugh with me." She also said, "Who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would breastfeed children? But I've had a son by him when he is old." God keeps his promise to Abraham. Sometime later, God tested Abraham. He said to him, "Abraham." "Here I am," Abraham replied. Then God said, "Take your son, your only son. He is the one you love. Take Isaac, go to the place called Moriah. Give your son to me. There as a burnt offering, sacrifice him on the mountain I'll show you." Early the next morning, Abraham got up and loaded his donkey. He took 2 of his servants and his son Isaac. With him, he cut enough wood for the burnt offering. Then he started out for the place God had shown him. On the 3rd day, Abraham saw the place on a long way off. He said to his servant, "Stay here with the donkey. I and the boy will go over there and worship. Then we'll come back to you." Abraham had his son Isaac carry the wood for the burnt offering. He himself carried the fire and the knife. And the 2 of them walked on together. Then Isaac said to his father Abraham, "Father." "Yes, my son," Abraham replied. "The fire and wood are here," Isaac said. "But where is the lamb for the burnt offering?" Abraham answered, "God himself will provide the lamb for the burnt offering, my son." And the 2 of them walked together. They reached the place God had shown Abraham. There Abraham built an altar. He arranged the wood on it. He tied up his son Isaac. Abraham placed him on the altar on the top of the wood. Then he reached out his hand. He picked up the knife to kill his son. But the angel of the Lord called out to him from heaven. He said, Abraham, Abraham. Here I am, Abraham replied. Do not lay a hand on the boy, he said. Do not harm him. Now I know that you would do anything for God. You have not held back from me your son, your only son. Abraham looked around. There in the bush he saw a ram caught by its horns. He went over, took the ram. He sacrificed it as a burnt offering instead of his son. So Abraham named that place the Lord will provide. To this day people say, it will be provided on the mountain of the Lord. The angel of the Lord called out to Abraham from heaven a second time. He said, I am giving you my word that I will bless you. I will bless you because of what you have done, announces the Lord. You have not held back your son, your only son, so I will certainly bless you, I will. Make the children born into your family as many as the stars in the sky. I will make them as many as the grains on the sand and the seashore. They will take over the cities of their enemies. All nations on earth will be blessed. Because of your children, all these things will happen because you obeyed me. So that's all the story for today. So I hope you all enjoy it. I hope you all enjoy it. If you click like button and subscribe to HBONGNEWS channel. Thank you.